Performance partnerships for Stratasys accelerate our technology. They support our connection with potential customers and existing clients. And they also create opportunities for us to highlight our technology on competitive platforms around the world that put it in front of the best and most important target audience.
Stratasys seeks out partners in a number of various industries that have high requirements, high refresh rates on their designs, and low volumes. We do that because in those industries, our customers are there with those same requirements.
That's part of what we're trying to demonstrate. It's not just hardware, software, and materials. It's how we work with a vertical market to provide solutions.
For us, time is money. Every week, every team is trying to get their latest and greatest ideas to the racetrack as fast as possible. In the past, where it would take days to machine a part, with 3D printing, we can literally take an idea, turn it into a design, print the part, and have it in hand the next day.
3D printing has had a big impact on TRD, both in the design and development of all of our chassis, but also in the low volume production of our GR86 Cup Car.
We use additive manufacturing at TRD USA for rapid prototyping of different applications, and we also use some of those applications for direct production parts.
Our coaches and our athletes are constantly thinking about new ways to try to go faster down the track. And what 3D printing does is help us get those concepts to ice a lot quicker.
When we used to make prototypes or new things, it was all by hand, and it took
parts it's had on the two Radford prototypes. Between both cars, they have around 500 3D printed parts. Now this is the Radford Dash. This is an ASA material from the Stratasys F900 machine. Now ultimately this is going to be wrapped in leather. So when you consider creating this from scratch, as a car builder that would have been really, really difficult. Look at the detail that's needed to make this panel work. Now a customer can hypothetically walk in, change that detail, and we can create a unique part, like a door card, that suits our customer. We get that one-off experience, and we have the ability to do that at the press of a button.
We had to operate on a really compressed timeline, so being able to do 3D printing was a pretty big time save. We've actually moved into production on some of the hood vents, the door handle surrounds, the air intake vent for the engine. Previously, we would have solved those problems by using composite materials. The related expense and time that would have been involved in the tooling of those would have led to higher part cost and really not as tightly integrated into the chassis in the car.
XB1 is the product of digital engineering, which means the ability to go design something in 3D on your computer, test it, optimize it through simulation, but also to be able to realize it quickly in real 3D form through 3D printing.
The way they are approaching the development cuts years from the development phase and also at the manufacturing stage.
So we have built hundreds of 3D printed drilling fixtures, jigs, other kinds of build and assembly tools to make XB1.
We're able to realize a competitive advantage with our Stratasys machines because we can create parts with features that before was never possible. And you can rely on the dimensional accuracy, you can rely on the material quality and the strength, and now you can easily have that part in a very short period of time.
We have plenty of tools and fixtures here in the race shop and then production parts on the race car itself. Each of those parts and pieces made on the Stratasys equipment here in our race shop.
Using GrabCAD Print Pro gives us more control over the parts so we can control exactly what we end up with.
It's a really easy software to use. It's very intuitive, very easy to get up and running with it in no time at all. And having GrabCAD Print Pro allows us to cut down on the time that we spend programming.
Being able to label my parts in GrabCAD Print Pro has been extremely helpful because we're building 10 cars at a time. To be able to serialize my descriptions on my parts, make sure that I'm not getting stuff mixed up has been great. Being able to hold extremely tight tolerances is very important for our builds. Using warp correction on our production parts has increased our precision.
Also, the manufacturing templates is a really big benefit in my mind, as well as estimating multiple parts on the same build. With these efficiencies alone, GrabCAD Print Pro pays for itself.
At Stratasys, our performance partnerships allow us to put our technology in the hands of people that will make them more competitive, and in turn, it's making our products more competitive in the 3D printing space.
These are very pressure-packed environments where the clock speed of innovation is very high. So we need these types of partnerships to continue to push Stratasys, to push ourselves, to push our products, to be at the cutting edge all the time and really keep the high-end market position that we have.
We leveraged the work we did on the front end of this performance partnership program by turning those into retail orders through Roush, TRD, NASCAR, and Radford.
The performance of Stratasys products has really allowed us to integrate really high quality products into the design of our cars. And it really leads to the targets that we're trying to make for the quality of the GR brand. Toyota has a reputation for high quality, and partners like Stratasys allow us to achieve high quality.
The future for Condiga Design is actually extremely bright, and it's not just because we're go-getters. It's because of the partnerships, and certainly partnerships like what we have with Stratasys.
Stratasys and Boom have been partners long before we started to build the first airplane because we had a shared vision of how digital design and digital manufacturing could help us deliver more speed into the hands of passengers faster and more efficiently.
Typically, all of our competitors end up with the same solution at some point in time, but we need to be on to the next solution, and Stratasys helps us get to the next solution quicker.